Okay, well, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines, and I'm sure that you will, if you've even been on one of our little walk-arounds on our hill, you'll recognize that I'm walking down from the house. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines, and we're going to look at what the grader has done and get some kind of idea as to how it will affect us when we're going out, and especially in the rain. It's not an ideal situation because it would take quite an investment to be able to put gravel down on the road. We're talking about a road that is about 2 miles long. Some people say it's not that long. It seems like 2 miles to me, so I'll go along with that. We managed to get all of this done. At first we tried to save money and to do 2 strips of concrete, which is one way of doing it. But if it's a curving road like this is, if you look at that curve there and then go up, and then you've got a curve there that goes right around acutely to the left, and then it goes up a little, and then wouldn't you know it, it curves around to the right again. So we ended up filling in the center, and now it's much easier. But it's still not impossible to slip off the edge there. So this is our bridge. We completed this bridge quite a while ago, 2 years ago, and then we put this concrete in afterwards because we couldn't. Now here's our friend. So the grader has brought it to here. As you can see, it's not his job to tidy up. So we're looking at some work to be done ourselves. But in the main, he's made that into, well, something of a turnaround, but it's quite a steep drop off there really, and he's rounded it down. So it is an improvement. I wish that he'd taken it a little bit further, but he may have been stopped, I'm thinking, by that cable there. So thankfully he didn't go further. There, look, whether you can see that, it's going up. So we're looking at, there's Basha wondering why I stopped walking. And one of the requests that I had for the grader was to make the road wider and to take out the ditch. Come on, Poggy, come on. To take out the ditch, get that material that he's taken out of the side of the hill. Now, the unfortunate thing that I can see straight away here is, can you see that it's scooped out? So it's got a slight overhang. As soon as the heavy rain comes, you see a big lump of the side of the hill has come out there. As soon as the rain comes, that overhang will fall. It'll come down. So this won't be completely clear. But he has gone in and taken away that ditch that keeps claiming us when we're coming down here. And now I will actually feel safer for Beth to come and do this road. When I say do the road, you understand what I'm talking about. And he's taken some of the material and he's dumped it over here, and that's widened the road as well. But if you look, this tire mark that you're seeing now is the actual grader itself. So he's actually taken that off. And he's made that so that it's a lot more stable for us by leaving a mound there at least we're not going to try to go over. But this was a risky part. This is where in the past I've drifted over and got the front wheel off the edge. Not something that you want to have happen. But here he's taken out, this used to be a much more acute angle of turning, and he's taken that out, which is really good, which I'm very, very happy with. Of course, the ideal would be, you can see there that that's a place where water comes down. You can just see it. The absolute perfect solution, other than a retaining wall, which would be about 90, let me see, about 90 meters down to where it joins the main road, not the main road, but it joins the other road where Oping, our neighbour, joins. And that's the main road, that's the track that we used to come up with that was public. And of course it's still public, and we've taken on responsibility for that, and that's what you're looking at. So this is all good, but ideally if we could make this into a drainage trap, so the water would come down, it would come there, and we would take it off and take it down into the rice field. That would be the best circumstance. That would be the best solution. Now this used to be a lot more acute. I asked him if he would take this out too, and he's done that, and he's got rid of a lot of the material over here. So even this now is a little bit more stable. Now I wish I'd spoken to him and asked him if he would leave us easy access into this. We'll have to dig this out now. We'll have to dig this out now to give us access into that area there, which was a good turnaround place, and which in the past we've used for dropping off material. But I guess with a big truck it wouldn't make a lot of difference. Now he hasn't been able, or I didn't ask him, we never had any problem slipping off into the ditch on here, so he hasn't done anything about this. He's left that as it is, but he has made it slightly wider, which is good. We didn't have any problem up there, right up to the Gemellina tree, which is where you can see the dogs are. You got a first tree there, looks like a Y or a V, and then there's a Gemellina tree behind that, and that's where we turn the corner. Over there, over that hill, is Perry's house. Perry's family lives over that hill. So then the road goes up and then it does turn over there. So these all used to be active rice fields, but no more. I was listening and learning myself when Beth said that this all used to belong to her aunt or her uncle, or both, and they sold a lot of this land to the mayor, or the former mayor of either Taffy or Taliban, who bought this and then just let it lie there. And you can see that what the grader driver does is every so often he'll go off to the side, and that will allow a runoff there. But all in all, I'm pleased with the way that this has happened. This used to be a tricky part here that took us into the difficult section of the road. This was the first acute bend, and then another bend there, which is still in, but he's actually straightened it out a little, and he's brought some of the drainage so that they'll run off, that the water will run off here. this is not, it's not a resolution. It's not a resolution to the problem. The resolution to the problem, I hope that wind is not too much of a noise. The resolution to the problem is to have a concrete strip like we have down there by the bridge. But if you can imagine now, especially now that it's that much wider, you can imagine how much that would cost. Maybe a low cost solution might be to invest in several loads of the gravel, or they actually call it base surface here. But I think we need it to be dumped, and then we need it to be graded again. So we need it to be spread, and then the ideal would be to have it rolled. And if we could do that at some point in the future, this might have a more, well, semi-permanent solution. So I'm pleased, I'm happy with this. That was where you saw me get out of the ditch on one of the recent videos, and it's not this is not an extreme sport. We're just trying to get home, you understand. We're not engaging in an extreme sport where we're doing super fast off-roading and taking flight and all of that. This is a little house here that people are living in. Julio and his family are living in there, and the last thing that we want to do is to be gunning it out of there in four-wheel drive. And as you saw in one of the other videos, not in this particular place, but I did manage to get it out of that ridge at the end there, that hole. I did manage to get it out in that particular case, but the more extreme one was where I almost went into the other side, and that was part of the way down. The ditch could claim you. So there's our hill. There's the rice fields. All the rice fields, they have lost their beautiful green colour now. And if you're with me when I sometimes sit and watch the sunset, sunset is over there, look, over the house of Rado. Or from here over the house, at the back of the house as you're looking at it. And that's the hill that I sit on, which is by Lena's house and what is now Talia's home. Still owned by Lena, of course, but she's allowing Talia and her family to stay there, which is an all-round solution. Okay, so back to the bridge. And now my out-of-breath walk up the hill, which you don't need to listen to. Okay, bye for now. This is a foreigner in the Philippines, and we're at the, look at that, how quickly the rain has dropped down. Wow, look at it, there's hardly anything there. And there's Poggy getting filthy again. Poggy! Poggy! You can hear his feet being sucked up by the mud there. You're a mess. Come on. That's Basha. He's trying to get up and nearly falling back again. Uh-oh, what did he see? Basha? Well, he spotted something. There's Bogey. Bogey! Now he's wondering how he's going to get up. Come on, let's go. Come on. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how he's going to do this. Come on, Bogey. Let's go. There's one lizard that lives down here that we've seen. Boy, I tell you, that thing is about 3 feet long and so fast. Okay, thanks for being with me. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines. Wow, look at the butterflies. Isn't that great? Okay, bye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.